Guys, I am so beyond excited right now because I was doing a product research video and I literally found 3 winning products literally back to back to back. One was making 10K plus a month, another was making 50K plus a month, and the third one was making like $60,000 to $150,000 a month on the first page. And I am mind blown. I really wanted to share this with you guys because everyone says that Amazon is oversaturated and that you can't sell on it and that there's no winning products. May I add, the prices were good for this, plus the reviews were low enough where you can enter. And it is just crazy. You guys are gonna die when you see the type of products because one of them is actually hilarious. I can't even believe people are selling it on Amazon. I would have literally never ever thought to sell it. But this video is gonna be a screen share. This is just an super overly excited intro for this video, and I'm gonna literally show you exactly how I found this product, these 3 products, and then there's some after that I analyzed too. But I just do these product research videos all the time because I want you guys to know exactly how I do it, and one of the ways, which is this one right here, how I find the products. If you guys want to also use the tools that I'm using, they're down below linked here, so click on them, you can get them too. But super excited, guys. Keep on watching if you want to know the parameters and the super awesome products. I'm so stoked. Enjoy the video. So each time I want to kind of try different things. So I'm going to be trying baby today. Click. Why are you not clicking? Health and household, home and kitchen, and then we're gonna do industrial and scientific and office. These are good ones to start with. Minimum price, let's go a little bit on the high range today, 1982, and we'll max it out at 23, or maybe a little bit higher. Let's do 25.43, and then for minimum revenue, I'm going to set it to maybe a little bit lower. Let's go for 7,932, and then max we'll have it at 15,000, something around there. And reviews, let's put 462. And like I said, I literally put in different things every single time, from revenue to reviews to price to categories. It's just, I just don't want to be overwhelmed with the results over here. So let's start looking, and I kind of just literally go for items that look like they could be private labeled. Tax forms, that is crazy. Literally, you're selling tax forms. I'm curious about that. Like, you guys look like a blood type test. You can literally find the most random thing of life on here. Thermal paper rolls, okay. This is a lot of office supplies. But you can see that these products are actually quite random. I don't think I've seen that many random products in a while. Sometimes you just inspection tags, okay. Like, all of these have such high sales. It's kind of funny how such a random product can have such a good sale. So what I do, guys, like, the reason why I'm doing this is because I really want to make a lot of these videos where I narrate exactly why I'm actually like doing the things I'm doing with product research, right? Because it's one thing to watch and to hear a certain criteria, like numbers have to fall in between this, but it's another thing to actually be looking at it and watching somebody do it and then kind of narrating every step of the way, like why a certain product is bad, why a certain product is good. And that's what helped me when I first started, because when I first started out, like, I watched a bunch of videos, and then the first time I opened the Jungle Scout extension, or the Viral Launch in my case, the Chrome extension, it looked like it was literally like number vomit in my face, and I didn't understand anything. And then just every product either looked really good or really bad, but I didn't know that there's so many other ways and things that you kind of have to look for to determine if you can actually sell it. And the only thing that helped me, guys, is literally watching hours and hours of other people do product research and narrating the process, and then going and doing it myself. don't do scratch off maps. Oh, this is not a scratch off map, but I know that there will be scratch off maps, and let me tell you, it's just not a good market. Don't do maps. But anyways, yeah, so that's pretty much what helped me, is that, and then also not just watching, but actually going in there and doing it myself. And like, it's really hard at first, but it gets a lot easier, and I can promise you guys, it gets to the point where you pretty much find winning products. Most of the time you do research, if you do, depending on how long you do it for, obviously. It's just it's because you get a lot faster at it. The more you do it, the more the more you see products, and it takes you way shorter time to realize if it's something good or bad. So what I'm doing here right now is I literally, my eyes are just focused on the pictures, because I've seen a lot of these products in the past, and my eyes are just focused on the pictures, because from then it's kind of easy to tell if it's something that could be private labeled or not. If it's like some part to an electronic machine, for example, or clothing or towels or commodities like these pots, I wouldn't, or these things that look branded, like this is clearly a brand of energy drinks, I won't do it. But if it's like drug tests, I feel like there's regulation with that. So but I'm kind of curious to just look into this. Oops. I just keep scrolling basically. Until I see things that could be private labeled, and then I click on those, and then from there I go on. Like these tablecloths I wouldn't want to do, because there's so many variations of them. As you guys have seen, we have seen so many different colors just by scrolling through here, and I just don't want to do that, because then you have a lot of inventory, it's a lot of investment. Album set. Okay, I think we probably have enough to go off of in here. Let me finish scrolling, and then award-winning natural headache and tension relief. Oh my gosh, I think I've seen ads for this on Facebook. Is this like that neck thing? We're gonna look into that. I'm curious about that one. Optics, okay. Random wreaths. Key steel security storage cabinet. Let's try this one too. We might not even get through all of these. We might find winning products as we're going through this, and in that case I'll stop, because I don't want to make this video too long. But guys, honestly, like if a video is like 30 minutes to an hour, even 2 hours, I would watch it. That's just what I've been doing when I first started out, just because it really helps get you in the mindset of product research. And if you're doing it by yourself, you don't really know what to look for, but if you watch enough of these videos, then you kind of catch on, you know. So let's start from this one. And okay, this is not the best listing I've seen in my life. Love is Sweet favor bags for wedding candy. This is so interesting. Sporadic sales rank. Okay, so favor bags. Ooh, okay. Favor bags. See, the keywords can be a little bit tricky. This is very niche, because is specifically for wedding, but this is something you can get more creative in, because there's a lot of different colors and designs available, and sometimes a product like this could be hard because you don't know exactly what people are looking for, but at the same time could be helpful because pretty much everyone is buying from everyone, since the product is, there's so many different variations and people just have different tastes. So what I look for right now is the monthly revenue. I want it all to be kind of over $5,000 for most of them, like 75% to 80% of them to be selling high, and for it to be stable. And if you scroll all the way down, like everyone is selling pretty well. Then I look at the price, and I like for the price to be a little bit higher than this. Like some markets, like this person's getting away for selling something for $16, which is a good sign, but everything else is a little bit low unless you can source it for really, really cheap. The problem with this comes in is with the Amazon fees, because the most minimal fee is like over $2 for pack and ship, and then you're paying the 10 to 15 to 20% referral fee that Amazon charges you just for using their services. So that already adds up a big component. And then there's the shipping from China and the product, so you just have to kind of watch out for the price being too low. And then the other thing I look for is obviously reviews, and these look pretty good, even though some of them are kind of in the highs, 500s. Everything else is stable. Like you can see there's people with like 19 reviews that are selling really well. And I'm actually curious about this person, because he has 19 reviews, selling it for $16 and doing $10,000 a month. So I want to see what exactly he is doing. And it's this pretty thing. And guys, honestly, this would be really cheap to source because it's paper, and extremely, extremely, extremely cheap to ship. So this would actually not be that bad. If you can find a product, if you study the market and you know someone that will sell, like you know that you can sell it for a price like this, or even a little bit higher, or lower, I mean, like for $13 maybe, you can get away with a lower price because this is just really cheaply to source. So this market doesn't actually look that bad. It's something I would take to the next step. Sorry, notification. To the next step and try to find out if it's profitable or not. So I wouldn't write this off completely. So that I would take that one to the next step. Let's see what else we have going on here. This is a tax form. I think that is so interesting. The fact that it has one horrible review. It's selling for such a high price, but wow, I didn't know people sell tax forms on the internet. Tax form. Tax forms. Let's. You literally can get anything on Amazon. Oh, I put tax form. Let's go to tax forms. All right, so I think this is probably seasonal because tax season is seasonal. So people probably buy this like a week right before taxes are due, I presume, since procrastination is quite common. But you know what? Like, it's selling pretty dang well for a pretty good price. That is actually quite mind-blowing, guys. I don't know if there's any like legal regulations on this, but literally looking at this, do you see how much money these people are making? $50,000. They're selling tax forms for $30 with 5 reviews. One review, $25, $18,000 plus. Crazy. I wonder if lawyers buy this or like accountants or something. But this is not even bad. Honestly, guys, you can probably even, well, you probably would have to source this in the US because I don't know if China is familiar with the taxes, but this is literally just paper. You are literally selling paper to someone, pieces of paper for like $20 and making a crap ton of money off of it. Let's see what Viral Launch has to say. I kind of take this a seasonal item, yeah, as I said. So I look at the product idea score, but I take it with a grain of salt. I'm just curious what the tips are. But honestly, this is something I would take to the next level too, because I'm actually very interested in finding out if someone could actually sell these tax forms. And this is like the exact importance of product research because you find literally such weird things like this. If you were just sitting on your couch considering which product to launch, you would never think of doing a tax form. Let me tell you that right off the bat. Or this blood type test. Again, I'm like those things you really want to check the like liability limitations, gated. If they're gated, that would be one of the things of the next step. But let me just type in blood type test because you can get like ungated in this and it's selling really well. Clearly people are interested in finding out their blood type. But again, I don't know if there's any type of like safety or regulation that needs to be done about this, but it's items like these that are so interesting. And then, yeah, so let's see if it's a stable market as soon as it loads. And then the price seems to be pretty good. Okay, the market is bad already. So see, you can tell this is something that I wouldn't get into. So the first like 5 people are doing really well, and then right here it starts to drop off until like no one is selling. Like the bottom half of the page is just not making any money, and that just tells me. And I mean the reviews for the top 5 are high, and then the lower ones are really low. But you can see that there's not stability in the market, and also the price is very, very low for these people. So, except for, like, there's some that are getting away with it, like this guy and this guy for, like, $16 and $19,000 a month in sales. But for the majority part, I would not go into this market. Then this is thermal paper rolls. I feel like this would be very heavy to ship. So you can do sea shipping, actually, which would probably lower your costs for this. If that would probably be the only way, because air shipping for this would be very expensive since it's heavy. But yeah, if this turns out to be a good thing, I would 100% recommend shipping it by sea. And then it looks like it's kind of more so going in the commodity like direction where you can't really differentiate it in something that you could probably buy at Staples or Home Depot, and probably like a common thing that's available in a lot of places. So it's really hard to customize it. But if people are buying it off of Amazon, and which clearly they are based on these numbers in really heavy amounts, oh my god, for a really good price of like $65, and then reviews are low. Okay, so this would be not a bad thing. Based on the market, I would take this to the next step, because look at these killer numbers. This guy's doing 142,000 with only 123 reviews, selling it for $65. I'm not sure how much this costs to ship or to make, but I'm sure to make in China it's cheap. The shipping is probably the hardest, and if you were to do it by sea, and if you could find a way to make yourself better than all of these people, because clearly everyone is doing well. But even if you, in this case, even if you land somewhere at the bottom, like, that's why I like stable markets, because even if you land at the very, very bottom of page 1, and sometimes even page 2, which is not what you want to do, you always want to stay on page 1, you will still be making sales, because there is just such a strong demand for this that everyone is buying it no matter what, like from everyone. And the reviews, it's hard to get bad reviews for this product too, because it's like, how could you mess up a thermal paper roll? You know, it's either made correctly or not. But this is something I would look into as well. Yes, guys, so super exciting video. Thanks for watching, by the way. If you got all the way till the end of this, you're really motivated and want to find the right product. And by the way, I just want to make sure that I say this out loud. If you guys want any questions answered, just comment them in the comments or Instagram me, DM. Subscribe to my channel. I post daily videos, and what else? Oh, like this video if this was helpful too. But anyways, have an amazing day. Have fun with product research. You guys can find these products too, and I'll see you next time.